Hey everybody, it's Giro Shen. I am starting a new series, as you can probably tell by the name and some of the stuff about it. This is my mod screen. I use Thunderstore mods. The new game is Valheim. So these are the Valheim mods that I use, and I'm going to slowly scroll through them. You can pause the video and write them down if you want to, or if you're really interested, you send me a DM and I can, or comment on the video and I can link you a um, code so that you can get the same mods and the same configuration that I'm using. So these are the mods that I'm using. I like these mods. They're a lot of fun. I played a while back and until my friends all quit playing. Basically, I like it a lot better when I'm playing with people. But today we're just going to play a game by ourselves. So we launch it from the Thunderstore. So this modded or vanilla, we can do just a regular vanilla, or we can do a mod. We can change our profile to one of the other profiles, and that'll give us a different set of mods that will then be imported in as we start the game. So that's where we're at. So we're in Valheim. I'm going to start a new game. It's going to put me onto one of my existing characters. Now, when I started playing recently, I deleted all the characters and all the maps that I had. So I've tried a couple different maps since then. Today we're going to do a completely brand new character and a completely brand new map. So, and just for something different, I'm going to go ahead and make a female character today. Now, my other character, I have one female, and unfortunately, I kind of screwed her up, so I don't really play her. And we're going to give her some hair, of course. The one I want is a long one. Whoops, there it was. No beard. Hair tone is going to be very reddish. And we're going to make it pretty blonde, so she's a kind of a redheaded blonde girl. If I want to push this back, or she goes more towards well, we can do that. We'll do it. She won't be redhead. I'm going to use one of my standard names. I'm going to use that one. I don't think I've used that one recently. And then we're going to start, and I'm going to say we want a new world. I'm just going to take what it gives me. I'm not going to change it. So if it sucks, it's your fault. We're going to call this filmography. And there we go, and we're going to start. So now if you haven't played one of these, I'm going to go ahead and let it run through the intro. It doesn't take that long. It's not as long as it was before, but it's still, we got to scroll through all the text, and it's got its own speed, and then it's going to drop us off in the new world. So it'll tell you the backstory about what this world is all about. It was the 10th tree of Yggdrasil, and Odin threw all his enemies there and then closed the gate, hacked off the limb and left it adrift. And so that's where we start. Come on, man. Oh, it's generating the world. First one's always a little long. I'm going to pause it so you don't have to wait through it. That was longer than I wanted it to be, so it was certainly longer than you wanted it to be. I did not try to read along with that. So again, You can roll it back and run through it again and take your time and read it if you want to. I'm not going to skip the next part either, which seems to me to be interminably long, but I timed it the other day and it's not really that long. But as we get closer to land, it does give us some clues about the terrain. So we're going to take those clues to heart. Don't worry about those 3 things at the bottom. It's not something I have yet. But it is part of the quote-unquote class system. We're flying over ocean, it looks like. Oh, no, no trees. There's some trees, a good-sized forest. And he's aiming for the ground where he's going to drop me. Good thing I'm a tough person, yeah? I'd say a tough wench, but I don't want anybody to think that I'm sexist, whether I am or not. Whether I am or not doesn't really make any difference. What matters is whether you think I am. Okay, so pick up sticks and rocks because your first weapon's going to be built from them. Here's some food. This is a survival game, so if you haven't played one before, keep yourself alive. That's the name of the game right away. There's some more food, some mushrooms. Increases my skill. He wants to talk to me and tell me about how I eat and all things like that. Okay, and there he is again because I triggered him numerous times. And what we're going to do is we're going to find some stuff and make us a club and a hammer. Hammer takes stone. Oh, we got flint right away. Let's see. We need some more food though. Oh, here's some. Now it auto picks up. You just have to be close enough to the thing when you want it to pick up. Since I don't have a weapon in my hand, it's gonna just punch. It's not working very well. I'm going to make a club. I cannot make a club yet. I got a guy chasing me. I don't care. Let him chase me. I'm looking for some more wood so I can make a club. Need 2 more pieces of wood. That's why I was beating that tree. There's 1. There's 2. Ah, I did the hammer. Son of a gun. I thought I clicked on that thing, but evidently I did not. And there's a house that I want to save the location of. Because it's when nighttime comes, you want a place to be able to crash. And the first night doesn't matter much of anything. Okay, you're getting punched. Second one. Out of stamina. I guess I can build this. I don't really like building that because Because one of the first things I build is a flint axe, and I'm right near water, so I'll be getting flint pretty quick. But I'll build it. What the hell? He still wants to talk to me. Yeah, let's see. I'm going to go down by the water. What time is it? Let's see. It is 10 o'clock. Where's that house? I want to mark that house. I go to the map and I pick a symbol, and I'm going to double click on it and say ruins. There we go. So I know there's a ruin there. I can come back up and I can just take some wood and make a fire and a bed, and then we'll be good. So in the meantime, I want to go and try and get some flint is the next technology. There's some more. I hear a beehive. That means there is a place here. We are going to mark it. I'll come back when I have a ranged weapon. In the meantime, I want my flint. Flint is found in the meadows near bodies of water. You see, the trouble I had there was I ran out of stamina. I ran out of stamina because I had to keep moving because I didn't have any good food. So we want to get our flint. We want about 15 to create the first upgrade, and it's 5, I think, to create an axe. So I try and get about 20-25 flint as fast as I can, because nighttime waits for no man or woman, as this case will be. Pretty cool area though so far. How many have I got so far? I got 10, which is enough to build my axe, but not enough to build the next thing, which I kind of want to do both. It's already almost noon. There's 14. There's 15. Oops, jumped too late. I really want to make some food. So let's stop right here. I should have plenty of... Oh, I got to build a bench. Plenty of stuff to build a bench? No. So I need more wood. You'll find that to be a standard thing early in the game. You need a lot of wood and a little bit of stone. Not a lot of stone, a little bit of stone. Your first things that you build are going to be based on wood buildings. And I could chop down one of these trees, but we use a lot of durability. Notice in the upper left where my axe is, you can see the bottom of it has a durability bar. And you can see I'm almost half out of durability on this axe. I can always build another one, but that just wastes materials that I need for other things. So the hammer is what I use to build stuff. And I'm going to move those to where I usually keep them. And I'm still not seeing any pigs, which is not a good sign. But I need to get some food going, so how am I doing on number? I want that thing. How am I doing on 15? I need 20. I need to get to 20. I need to get to 20 quickly and get up to that house and start making some food. I don't want to get too far away from it. It's going to take me time to travel to it. There's 22. Let's head up to that house. Anything extra we get, we can use for, I'm heading away. I can use for a spear, which is what I like to start out with as my primary weapon. It's faster and more damaging because of speed than the axe. Now the axe later becomes a really wonderful tool. I'm not worried about too much about food right now. And we're wanting to go to this one. So let's go. That was a deer that honked at us like that. Don't ever try and chase the deer. It is not worth it. Okay, here we are at the house. It has a door. That's a really good thing, actually. So these beds are trash. Always get rid of the beds that are here. And then what you need to do, and what I'm going to do by way of showing you, is I'm going to build my thing back here. I don't know. That's kind of lame. The back of the place is right there on that hill, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put it over here. Let's I think we're going to put it on this side. So I put on my hammer, right click to open up this menu, and then throw down a crafting workbench. This is the basic thing you need to build anything. Okay, so now I have the workbench. I'm going to go to repair mode and do some repairs on this place. Just enough to make it worthwhile to, stay for a couple days or however long we end up staying. Actually, I want to destroy that. I'm going to destroy that one. I use the center mouse button to destroy, just so you know. And there's a reason I destroyed that, and that's because I'm going to put a fire right there. So back to my hammer, and we'll go to miscellaneous, and I don't have enough stone. I thought I picked up 5 stone, but I must have used it in something that I made. Oh. Okay, now I got one. So remember, you always have to have a fire. If you don't have a fire, oh, come on, man. Then you get cold, and when you get cold, you will start to lose health eventually. And we're going to repair these. And I think what I'm going to do is put down a little... I did not make the smokeless fire, which that's all right. It's, it's a helper, but, it's not that big a deal. So I'm going to put a piece of building right here. to stop some of the smoke from coming in. I don't know, man. That cuts right into my space. Yeah, we'll do it. Then we're going to put 2 of these racks in to cook on. Usually I put 3. I'll just put the 3 in there. It'll tell you if you're in an invalid position. So like that's why it was red there. It's invalid because it was too high off the ground. Now I have some things that I can cook. So I'm going to turn off my hammer and I'm going to cook everything that I can cook, which is the necktails. Necktails. So those little things, little green things I killed are called necks, and they drop tails. Now the tails can be cooked. They're not a very good meat, but they are a meat that you can eat. So that's what we're going to do. It doesn't take very long to cook. There's only 3 of them. Okay, now we've got that. Let's. I am going to put a roof piece in here. I think I'm going to raise it up 1. Come on, man, right there. Then I'm going to put a big roof piece there. It did not go where I wanted it to go, which is my fault. Don't stand in the water, it'll kill you, or in the fire, it'll kill you. I need a roof piece. Put like that, and that will protect me from the elements while still allowing smoke to go out, and it lets me have comfortable standing underneath it. So one of the ways you can expand, you can do a lot of weird things with this. I need to get a piece of furniture, the bed, and I'm going to put it right there, which is within range. And he wants to talk to me again. Yeah, chests. Okay, no problem. You gonna go get the wood for me? Let's see if I can make one more piece. I'm gonna make one of these, which is basically a torch so that we can see. I'm going to put it right here because it's more or less centralized. And it gives us some view or semblance of, being able to see. And then we're going to hit this with all the repairs so that... Oh, I need to put a roof up. I'm out of wood. That's not good. That should be enough. I need to get a roof here because otherwise I can't sleep in my bed. So we're going to go to building. We're going to put this 45-degree thatch roof on. We use our scroll bar to turn it, and there we go. Now we can sleep. And before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and make this flint axe. And there we go. Now I need to upgrade in order to be able to make the next piece, so we might as well do that too. And we don't have enough wood, so we're not going to do that too. I cannot go to sleep yet because there's somebody close by. Six. Where you at, bucko? Yeah, whatever, dude. Oh. Gotta grow on the back side. I don't think I got enough wood for that. It's 1900. Still got time. We only have to go to sleep like 5 minutes before 6 a.m. So, it's not like we're in a rush. There we go. Now we just upgraded our workbench to level 2. That's what this does. And that's what I needed that extra flint for. And now I can make a flint spear. No, I can't. Why can't I? Oh, I need leather scraps. That's why. So I made this. Let's put this here. Let's put this there. And we're going to eat. TYV, or U. Oh, can't do it while I'm in the menu. And I'm going to sleep, and most of that will still be there. Then the morning comes. Now see, notice how close to your head that roof is? That's why I did that raise up thing. And really, these things, while they are workable, should really be raised up like that. I mean, really. It makes everything way more comfortable. Sorry, I hit X by accident. Let's open this. Go to 2. Now we're going to chop down a tree. Now this is too hard. I'm going to show you the message. Watch the screen in the center there very closely. And you see it says it's too hard. Too hard means that I need the next level of axe in order to chop that tree down. So we're going to chop one of these trees. I want you to watch the durability on that axe. It's going to go down fairly quickly. Watch where the tree falls. Don't let it fall on you. It will kill you. And don't worry, we'll handle the whole idea of being able to see here in a little bit. And if you watch the upper left, you'll see what I get and whenever I get wood cutting, which I just got. So I just got a little bit of wood cutting. Fine, I'll chop you down at the same time. So one way you can get wood fast is make the wood, there's no way to make it fall a direction, but when wood falls, it can hit another tree and cause that tree to take damage and then make it fall. That saves your axe because everything you do with this axe costs you durability. When the durability runs out, you've got to repair it. It doesn't cost anything to repair it, but it means you've got to go to a workbench that is covered. In other words, inside a building. Okay, now let's go to see if we can do a little bit of repair to this, and then we'll start getting towards other stuff that we need to do. Before we go inside, I'm going to put a X-beam up here. That will solidify this back wall a little bit. We're going to use this one. We're going to turn it so it's in the right position. And then put it in. Come on, you stupid thing. Yeah. Some of these buildings are off. So somehow they got this off, and now it makes it more difficult to do things. But it's connected to the roof, which is connected to another roof. So yeah, we'll deal with it. The repair button, and everything we hit will then be repaired by this. It only works for the... That is just so fucked up. Wrong thing. Got off the target. That's alright. That gives me an opportunity to do what I wanted to do anyway. So let's get rid of that one. Get rid of that one. We're going to put up 2 of these. And then we're going to put up the roofs like we're there, but they're going to be at a higher level. Then we're going to yank that. And we're going to put a tall wall. Then we're going to use the angle piece to support the roof. And now this is fine the way it is because we had it that way before. So what we got to do instead though is we got to get rid of this, and we have to take one of these and angle it down to where it touches the ground, which will make it blue like that. Okay? So the blue means it's anchored. And then the next step up from blue is you get a green piece. That means that it's anchored to a blue. So kind of how that needs to work. We'll just take a few minutes here and work on a little better functioning house. Come on. And then there, and then here, and then one of these. And there we have what the ending of our house will look like. And then we're going to put one of the bigger X's on the end. It's just a structural piece. Oh man. Got the wiggle worm going. There we go. And now this hole is big enough to let smoke out, which is an important one if you are not using the smokeless fire. Then I'm not using the smokeless fire on purpose for that reason. And then I'm going to do the whole thing. How much wood have I got? I got 72 wood. Yeah, let's do it. 8. Boom, boom, boom. Now, boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Careful not to hit the crafting stations. And then we're going to use these wall pieces. And then out we go. Now if you want to, you can take these. I usually repair them first because it costs nothing. And then if you don't repair them, you don't always get the full price back. So I just always repair them because why not? Then we're going to put our side deals on. Their side roof. And then a tall wall. And the angle piece. And we're going to get rid of this thing we put up before. I guess I'll just leave that piece there. And actually, I'm going to just go up on this part. Come on. And then we're going to go up on top. So in order to get up there and stay up there, because those are 45-degree angles, I can't stand. So I have to stand on a cross beam or something that I stick up there. So if I can go climb up this thing like I'm supposed to, then I can go over here like that. And let's put another one there. And now I'm going to put some straight up. This one. And then I'm going to put a cross beam right there. And I'm going to find the 45-degree angle, stick it right there, get rid of the cross beam. And now we have a smoke chimney, and that roof will stop the rain from putting out the fire. Well, hopefully, unless it's really stormy, and then sometimes it'll still put it out. So now we have a fire pit and we have a hole in my wall. And there we go. Now we have a place to stand and do that. And now we can put in some chests. I don't know how much I got left. I got 64. Takes 10 wood to make a chest. I like to make them this way. I need room for us to work on the station, so we're going to do that, and then we're going to add 3 chests. And I'm picky about how I line up my chests, so just so you know. And then if I put a wall piece like this right about there, and one right next to it about there, then I can do 3 more chests if I have enough wood. And in this first place, if you need more than 6 chests, then you're pretty amazing. Not that you can't get stuff to fill it. Oh, and now see, there my hammer just lost all its durability. See how it's flashing red up there? So I go over here, log in, and I have a thing that automatically does it, one of my mods. But you can click this if you don't have that mod. You click this, it'll repair the next item that it sees that needs to be repaired. Now we're going to put all the extra crap that we don't need to be carrying around with us in here. So all we have is our armor, our food, and our weapons. And then we're going to go out, and now I am going to find, the first thing is I'm going to go back to this circle. And we have a place to stay now. And it is that I like to mark it with a house. And you just double click. You can get rid of the ruin thing first. And call this home 1. That's what I usually call it, but you can call it home base or camp out or whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter. Then we're going to go into this area. That's in case I get caught out somewhere and I have to make a new one. This is a stone. One of the things that the bird told you was that this will tell you where the first boss is that you have to fight. We're not going to fight him right away, but we need to know where he is. Oh my God, and he's forever away. To the southeast. So we're going to point our body southeast, which is past the house that we were just in. What do we need to get on the way? Well, we're going to have some better food. So for right now, we need to kill some pigs. And that's the reason why the pigs are the next level of technology as far as their scraps. So their leather scraps are not like sheets of leather like you're going to get off a deer. They're more like you peel off strips or chunks or whatever. And until we do that, we can't make a spear. So we have to get the pigs. Hopefully not pigs on the wing. And keep your eye out because they don't make sounds like the deer do. Sometimes you can hear them, but in their little snort thing, but other times you can't. But we want to find some. We got to get probably, 20 or so. We don't need 20 or so right away, but we're going to need 20 or so. Always like to carry 5 stone on me. See, they're going to start running. See, one already started running. I can start sneaking, but I'm going to save that until I have a bow. Which we have to have scraps in order to get the tech to make a bow. So the next thing we need is the boars. And they're called boars, not pigs, but there's one. There's another. There's 3, 4. Oh, that's a level 2, 2-star. Look at that bad boy. That means I got extra stuff. Now every swing uses up stamina. Your food gives you health and stamina. So if you look at it, this food gives you 7 health and 20 stamina. This one gives you 15 and 15, and this one gives you 25 and 8. So this is stamina food. This is stamina food for sure. This is a all-around food, and this is just a health food. So we want to, see, those pigs ran away from the danger. Hello, piggy. We've gotten 5, so that's a good amount. I think that's enough to build the spear. But the meat is what we really want, man. The meat is going to save our butt in the long run. There you are. And you can see I spent too much time running. That's holding your shift key down while you move. And I used up all my stamina. Now I'm going to head back to the house. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to keep going to Ichther's Roost. Find it and get a path marked on my map. There's a nice place right there. So this is a place that hopefully is closer. And we're almost straight south we have to go, but always listen for bees as you approach. You go in and there's bees. They will sting you, they will poison you, and poison will kill you. Nothing really in here, just an empty house. Most of the time you will find it to be just an empty house. Occasionally there will be a chest with some treasure in it. Treasure's always good in any game that you're in. How much stone do I have? I have 2 stone. I have to have 5 to make a fire. As you can see, it's already 1642, and you have to have a fire at night. So let's go back to that little house. We need about 5 wood for the fire, and we need, I think it's 7 wood for a bed. And we have to have 7 to make a workstation, which you need for the bed, but you do not need for the fire. Oh, I think you do need it for the fire, actually. So we're going to need some wood. We're going to need some. Still don't think I have enough stone. Oh, that's just a branch coming off a tree. Six. There's some stone. Alright, back to this house. We're going to put it right there. Things won't enter across the fire. We need a workstation back as far back in the corner as we can make it. And then that way we can make the bed. And we're going to throw down a bed. And then we're going to switch over to... we have plenty of food for the morning, so we'll sit down and have a rest. I'm going to leave this all here except for the fire. I'm going to pick up the stuff from the fire and take it with me. So I'm going to hit 8. Which is where my hammer is, and then I'm going to center mouse click on the fire. I'm going to right click, repair a couple pieces here. I don't have to go too crazy. Then once I got that, I'm going to go out. Then I'm going to hit 8 again. And I'm going to the building, and I'm going to build one of these X's and put it across the doorway. Now nobody can go in there. And then when I come back, I can just kill it because it has a crafting station inside. And we need to move south. That's the direction we were heading. Let's put our axe back on. I got to put on the one that doesn't matter so much. So I got 14 minutes left on our meat. And let's put a fire there. Camp. It always types all caps in case you're wondering. We're going to go south. We're heading south. We got plenty of mushrooms and raspberries now. Although the raspberries are very fast, they don't stay for very long. So we're going to pick some raspberries as we pass them. And we may even mark some patches. Uh-oh. That's ocean. Hopefully I have to swim to a different island just to find that thing. It could be across the water. I hope not. There is a thing called a raft that we can build. And we still need pigs. I see the... okay, this little thing is a burial place. There's nothing in there. Sometimes you can find skeleton bones. So these little guys just give you a resin. That's their whole purpose in life, is to feed you resin. So we'll let them. We'll encourage them, actually. This is one of the more interesting deals. The problem with it is I don't see how you can get enough stuff here to really have a rest. You have to have some things outside. You just can't do it all inside, but it's an interesting structure anyway. And we're here. So now the Valheim Legends has numerous things. I'm not going to go look it up and show you right now, but there we go. I did my deal, which was a raspberry, which turned me into a megavolt or megavoker. So now I can do this spell, which is wicked awesome. And he's trying to tell you all of that, what the spells are. So if you want to blow it up, I can barely read it, but my first power is light, and it adds lightning damage. So when I have it done and I do the command again, which for me is left alt +1, I had to map that, then it will shoot the light out to hit a group and hit them with lightning type damage. Not a lot of damage. It's an illusion of lightning. So you can use it to summon it for illumination, and then you can direct it as light, as a projectile. And then you can do replica, which will make a replica of every creature that's attacking you, which they're low level. They don't do a lot of damage, but they distract the enemies for a minute. So that's what I use it for. Now, in order to call the god, I'm going to call it a god. It's not really a god. It's one of Odin's enemies. At that stone, you have to have that particular enemy. It says, kill his kind. Well, he is a deer creature. He's a stag. So here we have, again, I am going to do this one. So I'm going to hit to build a crafting station, because with the crafting station, what I can do is I can destroy structure. And if I destroy this, that should fall. I may have to go around the other side and do the other one. There you go, it is fallen. Now, if you shoot it, when it falls, a bunch of bees will come out and sting you, which we were trying to avoid that no matter what we were doing there, but now we're going to see what's in the chest. Oh, you can't open chests when you have your hammer in your hand. And they gave me a magic weapon. Now, magic is a little different. It's not really super ultra powerful. I don't need these anymore. They are superfluous. How about that? Yeah, I know a word or two, don't I? I'm moving these up here because otherwise things get stupid and they put themselves in this row that's supposed to be my hot slots. It's supposed to be a headpiece only, leg piece, cape, and a utility piece. Well, I won't get a utility piece for a while, so that one will probably get full. As a matter of fact, let's use this, and we'll just put these in there. I don't need them, don't care about them. I got this thing I got, and I have a bee. And now I'm going to try and, get a little extra perusal of the country while we're going. I have one more meat. Is that another bee? Oh, that sucked. When they run right past you like that, you can oftentimes whack them with your weapon and take them down. They die pretty fast and pretty easy. Okay, this is dangerous, but we're going to go it. Sorry. Cheater. What's my health at? Let's see. I'm going to eat one of this. My health will go up a little bit. You were supposed to fall, you bitch. Let's see, that's going to be a T. There we go, I got it. And I got all this stuff too, shit. Come on, I said change. That's too bad, that was a good house. But, doesn't matter. I'm going to build my own pretty quick here anyway, so. And this is why I wander about, because there are some recipes for better food that require honey. Now, this guy has a chest right there. Another magical weapon. Oh, I didn't even look at that and use it. All right, let's see what we got. This one and this one. So this one is got parry. So if you block with the weapon, then you get to do damage and possibly stun them. This one has attack stamina use is less, so it costs less to do an attack. I think I'm going to take that one. I'm going to put that one up there too, because why not? And we need to get back to base. It's 1300, so I'm going to run here in a minute, and then I think that's probably close to an hour. How are we doing? We are at 1 hour. So let's get back to base and then we'll call it. Our base is not very far away, right over this way. So that's my third power. Warps me forward a little ways. It uses stamina. But that's okay, because it gets me a good jump. It's like a blink spell in the direction I'm traveling. In case you've played other games that have magic in them. Oh, look at that. How terrible does that look? Is that my house? That is my house. That's not my house. Is that my house? That was my nighttime camp. That was my camp. I'm heading the wrong place. You're going east, west. Pretty much mostly west. So I run and I stop and I jog along for a little bit and let my stuff fill most of the way up, and then I'll run a little bit. Jump uses like a big chunk. So try not to jump if you can avoid it, but I have a tendency to be a jumper, so. Come on, catch me if you can. It won't be easy to do. I wasn't paying attention, but I always try and have a little stamina in case I have to run for danger. Pigs. My house is over here. Sometimes you can't help but jump. You get into those bushes like that and take you more stamina to get out and around. Hello, Bubba. Goodbye, Bubba. 1527, not too bad. We're going to repair. We start with that, always, 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 and then we're going to put our stuff away. Now, now's when I like to start to move things around and have them in a spot. So I want the stuff that's crafting up near the front. So we're going to put the wood, we're going to put the flint, and we're going to put the stone there. And the back and the bottom is where I'm going to put the money. There's only one money. That one. Then in the middle, center, and the bottom, I'm going to put the food. So I've got two types of meat that I picked up. And one type will be great with this fire, and that is the boar meat. So we're going to cook it. Meanwhile, while that is cooking, the rest of this stuff is going to go in this area for now. I think that's all we had, right? No, we got 4 more. So now we have some really good food. This is a food that we'll actually use for quite some time. So I have a spot I usually put it, and it's right there in the U space. Again, those 3 buttons, the original mapping that comes with the software is ZVB, and I didn't like those, so I changed them. Which meant that I had to change other things because some of the other things that I chose were also mapping to similar deals, so there we were. Okay, now I need that stone, and I need to be able to make a fire, and I probably don't have enough stuff to make that fire yet, but I am going to right here. Oh, I need to make a hoe and a bow. I have some priorities. This is going to take me 8 of those leather scraps. The flint spear is going to take me 2 of those leather scraps, which means I can build both. Craft that. Craft the bow. Okay, so those are made. Now I'm going to put the bow in that slot. I'm going to put this somewhere else. We're going to put it away. My number 5 is going to be my axe. That is going to be, again, something else. And I don't have enough to make a shield right now because it takes more scraps. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to sleep. Now, normally, if you are not a Metavoker, you wouldn't have this, which makes life really easy comparatively speaking. So I am going to go over here and chop down a tree. That's swinging. Where are you going, dude? Holy cow. All right, so and there is the other house, right? That's pretty close to my house. I don't know why I didn't just go back there, but that's all right. I showed you how you do it when you have that kind of problem. So what are my goals at this point? Well, my goals right now are to get my house in order. That is my house. Oh, I see. That is my house. I didn't put a cap on my roof. That's not really good. So let's cap this roof. There it is. There we go. Now we're capped off. Can't believe I left it half capped like that. I need some arrows. So we're going to just make plain wood arrows. All it takes is wood. It's 8 each, so I can make to make 20. So I can make 5 cooks. And get 100. I'll put the wood away. I'm going to put the stone away too. We need to make some stone, so we're going to pick some up, but another thing is we need wood. 8. And we need to start looking at deer. There's one barking not far from here. Sound is coming. Oh, I was going to stop. Yeah, okay. So that's going to be it for today. I will go ahead and come back right here, and we'll have a second episode, but it'll be basically in 5 minutes for me. So I'm just going to go to the bathroom and maybe get some water and be prepared for the night. So you hang in there, be excellent to one another, and peace out.